All right, all right. LDMMAC, this is your boy, the Coach live on the Coach Show live. Okay, shout out to the homie Joseph Cordenaro, man. Him and I were going back and forth in DMs, and he brought this to my attention. He said, Coach, did you know that Francis Ngannou, he never showed up for the PFL event in Africa? And I'm like, what? I mean, this is his brainchild. This was contingent in his contract that the PFL do an event in Africa. It was in his contract because Francis Ngannou wanted to highlight and really put a light on more, fighters that come from Africa because they don't get the platform otherwise to do so. And Ngannou, he's got a huge platform. So he wanted to put the spotlight on some of his countrymen and countrywomen from Africa. So it was kind of cool that he was doing that. But this is one thing. He didn't show up. Now, Don Davis, listening to him, he made it seem like, Francis Ngannou just ghosted him. Like, that's what it sounded like. He tried to make it seem like Ngannou just ghosted the hell out of these guys. So, I did some research. I did some digging. And I said, hey, Joseph, I sent a DM back to Joseph. I said, hey, Joseph, man, his son died. And Joseph was like, yeah, but I don't know if that was in the same time frame. So, I go back and do some more digging, do some more research. And yes, in April of 2024, Francis Ngannou, his son passed away. Through, I think it was from his lung expanded. Like his lung became, so big that he couldn't breathe. And the lung was actually, too big for his chest and, he couldn't breathe. So I don't know, something very rare that happened. And, when Francis went away, he went away to Dubai to go do some training. And then they told him that, hey, your son is going to be fine. He gets over to Dubai and then he gets a phone call from his brother. And his brother says, your son passed away. So, I mean, that's a lot to hear. So here's the thing, okay? I don't know if any of you have children. I don't know if any of you would ever think about what would happen if you lose one of your children. I don't know if any of you have ever lost a child, but let me tell you something. If you lose a child, things are different for you. You're not the same person, okay? You're not that same person. And I couldn't stand when people used to try to tell me, they used to tell you how much you need to grieve. Like there's a time limit on how far you can grieve. You need to go on and get over this, man. Yeah, like I used to hate when people would tell me that when I would lose one of my homies, and people would tell me, hey man, you need to go ahead, man, because you've been grieving too long. Wait a minute, how long is too long? Tell me, how long is too long for me to grieve? Okay, my sister, we lost my niece 7 years ago. And do you know my sister, she still ain't got over grieving my niece. You don't get up, like when you lose your child, I don't think people understand, you don't get over that. You don't get up. My sister, it's been 7 years. My niece died, She died 5 days before Thanksgiving in November. And my sister hadn't got over that. Matter of fact, if you go to my sister's house, if you legit go to her house and you go, my niece's room is still intact. Every single solitary thing that my niece had in that room 7 years ago is still there. The bed is made up. It's as if my sister is expecting my niece to come back. No kidding. It's like my sister, she's expecting my niece to come back. Like none of her stuff, nobody can touch anything. She's not going to throw anything away. Even my niece's car that's been sitting in that driveway for damn near, for 7+ years. Okay? My sister don't even want nobody even touching it, even dealing with it, because the traumatic experience that my sister is going through right now, it's intense. And you don't know how that feels until you lose a child. You don't know how that feels. Now, you got rich people like Don Davis who they probably could lose their whole family. And they don't care because they don't give a shit about the world. They don't care about nothing. All they care about is what they want in their pockets. They don't care. All they care about is their money. And you deal with selfish rich people. I mean, you see them all the time. These people, they can lose people in their family, and then you see them partying like the next month later. Like, what the hell? Like, what? Bro, did you not? Most of your family dead. But then they partying. But that's what it is. Okay, so you think, Francis Ngannou trying to put the pieces back to his life together. And then in March, over in Africa, he's riding his motorcycle and he hits a young 17-year-old lady back in March of this year. And she dies. Now, I don't know about you, okay? I think if this would have been a fight, if Francis would have killed somebody in the octagon, he probably could have gotten through this because he knows that this sport, the sport that he's in, MMA, is dangerous. And you could lose your life. So I think he could reconcile with himself with that. But see, somebody that you just hit with your motorcycle on accident and that person die. See, now, Francis Ngannou, now his mind, I can tell you right now, this man, they probably need to be careful with this guy. They might need to be careful with this guy. And hell, moreover, he may possibly could be on a damn suicide watch. Like, folks, I know his mental state can damn sure not be 100%. There's no way, with the amount of trauma that this man had in the past year, a year alone, your son died, and then you're responsible for the death of another, child. There's no way. See, Don Davis, he made it seem like that Francis Ngannou, he just ghosted him. Like, there was no rhyme and there was no reason for Ngannou to just not tell him that, hey, I don't know why you're not here. Don Davis, of course you knew why the hell he wasn't there. You knew why he didn't show up. And anybody with half a damn brain would understand, like, yo, bro, you going through some stuff, man. Like, is anybody considering the mental help that this man needs? Is anybody considering that? Don Davis, with your punk ass, are you considering the mental help that this guy needs? No wonder he's probably been out of touch. No wonder he ain't been no wonder he's been so far out of touch. The man is going through a mental hell of trauma. And all you can talk about is why he didn't show up for this damn event. You know damn well why the man ain't showed up. You know why his ass ain't there. This man is going through complete mental trauma. That's just what it is. Sometimes you're not okay. Sometimes you just not okay. Some of you listening to this video, you not okay right now. You don't know what you're going to do to make ends meet. You not okay. Some of you just lost a best friend. You not okay. Some of you, your favorite animal, pet just died. You not okay. Some of you lost your own child. You not okay. Some of you been depressed for 10 plus years. You not okay. You not okay. But it's okay not to be okay. It's okay not to be okay. See, is any people making these stupid, goofy ass videos? Is anybody not considering this man's mental fucking health? I don't think y'all are. See, y'all he need to do this. He need to do this. No. Ngannou need to get his mental health together. And I would probably have to assume that this is what he's doing. I understand why he didn't come. I get it. I get it. And some people, they take things differently. People grieve differently. But there is no set way in order to grieve. Yeah, and he should be doing. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Can't tell somebody when they gotta grieve.